Nviiri baby, I'm the storyteller, hey. It's your favorite storyteller from East Africa to the world, and you're watching my music Custodian Sessions. Wow, go on, stay tuned. What's good, my beautiful people? I go by the name of Nviiri baby, the storyteller, hey. Ukisikia tu, oh Lord, you know who's on the track. I'm a musician, singer-songwriter, performer, also a teacher, you know. I inspire people around me as I get inspired. I represent our culture, I represent Africa, you know, so I'm more than just an artist, I'm a whole culture right here. Yeah, from Nairobi, Kenya. The transition from being a videographer and a songwriter to being an artist it has actually been the end goal. I have always wanted to be an artist, but I wanted to just do the hustle and do my 10,000 hours in the industry before getting there. And also the blessing was I got to partner with Soul Generation. These are the guys that signed me under Sauti Sol. And the rest is history. You got to know the storyteller. I mean, I've been there before. Then we got a good company with Sauti Sol, with Ben Sol being one of the brothers in there. We did 4-5 years, which is, we call it a graduation into being a solo artist. We've done our time, guys. It has been a very interesting brotherhood type of a journey, because before being signed, we were still writing songs together. I used to be their videographer, and I met Ben Sol through also these writing camps. So it was just a matter of time before we started working together. So I believe this partnership in Soul Generation ended up making us part of Sauti Sol. Can you imagine? Because we did a lot of songs together. We did a lot of songwriting sessions together. We built the brand. Yeah, so it got to its maturing age. But the experience has been a learning experience because of having a team that is forever there working with you. And everyone is just looking for such type of affirmation from your fellow brothers or friends that you're doing the right thing, and also having people who see the world in the same lens, you know, musically speaking, you know. And if you remember what I said earlier on, we've been writing songs together. I did videography, and it's called a partnership. Yeah, we've been doing these things. By the time, way back, I was known for Nviiri, the one who wrote Melanin. That was the top Sauti Sol hits. And even in the current songs, the name popped up because I did some of the songwriting. The same on the end in my songs and with Ben Sol. It's a 50-50. I don't think everyone grows. You know, I feel like my growth has been very independent. I can't really compare it with anyone or anything else. It's just what you see, and I'm always just becoming a better version of myself, yeah? No matter the path I take. Yeah, I pray that for everyone else out there, even in the group, let them shine in their own path, yeah? Takeaway is just teamwork, man. Having someone have your back, you know. We in Africa, we're used to being a village. So when you have your own village of artists, that's the best thing. And as you can see right now, I'm representing Kings from the East. I have my own village also coming up, and it's the whole of East Africa, man. You can see Ben Sol is picking up Kodong. He has his own village coming up. I mean, the family has grown into something else. Yeah. Being a storyteller is being African. The only way we know how to communicate in Africa is storytelling. You know, that's how we pass our messages. That's how we hide our information from the foreigners. You know, through stories. So if through my music and through my stories, I can specifically communicate to my people. Yeah, but also on a larger scale. It's what has made me the artist I am today, with how I represent my stories musically. Siku hizi muko personal sana. Muko personal sana. Muko personal sana. Siku hizi mashemeji wana mechi ode. Wanaume wako na vibeti ode. Offside uono ndani ya neti. Wachana nayo. Yeah, I wrote a song about being personal because, I just got tired of these whole personal issues meddling into other people's stories, And personal is not my personal song, but I decided to throw it out there because I wanted to just talk about the word personal itself. Yeah, we have people taking their own path in life. In the song, I'm describing different type of characters, and they're living their own life. You don't need to meddle in that scenario. It's not your monkey, not your monkey, not your monkey, not your circus. Hey, goddamn! I have my whole team representing me here. You will never walk alone. We as Kenyans are just Kenyans. We have our own humor, and we have our own trend. I believe something that is trending now is is us fighting for our survival. So every Kenyan is facing that direction. And I mean, that definitely will influence our culture right now and our music. You see, even the new songs that are coming out, even if it's a club song, bado tunapigania haki yetu. So we've had phases of our culture just changing here and there. And I representing the culture mainly is just by singing it in our language and in our slang and in our own human jokes that people understand. Like I said earlier on, it's through our storytelling that we are able to communicate to each other without the enemy knowing. So us being messengers for the culture, yeah, we are doing our work. Viva. What you wanna be when you grow? Yo, I'm grown. I am grown, and everything has its own season, and we were there. And when I say I graduated, we were learning under the label, and we have a lot of information that I've picked up, and I'm teaching a lot of artists, and I'd like people to understand some of these transitions that you might think you need to go through. You can easily just learn about them and start your own journey, you get. So it just came to a point where I had to learn a lot by myself, even while I was still in the label. And we were allowed to have our own team while we were still in the label to now. So I've been doing this for a while, and we have, the growth is definitely there. And the main aim of the growth for me is just mainly also just impacting more lives, not necessarily for myself. So I have more people that I have in my team that we are mentoring. That's again the Kings and Queens from the East program. We have artists that we have them on our rehearsals during recording. Also, we act as their consultancy. Ama mnasemaje hiyo watu wangu team? How do we consultant? Call what? We consult. There's too much consulting. Skiza, no. Umuhimu ni tuingie na lugha yetu na tuelewane. It's the freedom, bro. I can be here at this hour. I'm running my own brand. Because I've really everyone is fighting for that flexibility to express themselves and just be who they are. And once you've learned all that you need to learn, and you understand that the boundaries that are there are not really there, then you live free, my brother, and you start enjoying. So right now I'm planning my album coming up. I changed. Yeah, that's an exclusive, man. And ndio imeingia hapo. And the team is right here. We have some singles that will be out there. And we'll see a lot of new sound that we're exploring. Now that's the beauty of that freedom where I'm out here experimenting my sound with the other artists. Not that we were not doing that there, but, the growth is there. And the roads have become bigger. Yeah.
So fresh is on the beat.
Saying goodbye. I'm not good at saying goodbye. Because again, it will mean guys, you just part ways. Guys will start fighting their own battles at some point. But, we still hang out. We were with Bensol the other day. Shout out, Suda! You should get him here next.
Okay, you better bring him here.
I got you. I'm a brother's keeper.
Amazing.
Send that to Bensol. Hey, right now we are really representing the culture. I'm really keen on, because we've had a big debate on what an international sound is. And it does not necessarily need to be singing in a different language, guys. So we want to do our own production in the best version that we can. We know what we are used to. We have the percussions, we have a very local instruments that we use. We have a way of doing music. It sounds kidogo, even a zomba. We have kompa, and we have kapuka. And these have been all familiar sounds to us. Yeah, so the new album is taking more towards that direction, and I feel more at home there, honestly. And I feel even through all my songs, I've always had a touch of that. Oh, naweza wacha bila lakini hawasichana. That's Pombe Sigara. Yeah, it has always been our sound. Tulipotezwa kidogo. And now we are in this new album. We are really keen on how we are doing our production. So you'll see a very homely feel to it and a homely touch to it. Yeah. Unreleased or released?
Well, you decipher.
This year I've had very interesting collabs with because after during Soulfest we were hanging a lot with Gengeton and Urbanton artists, and they've been my homies for a while. And during this time I remember it was Breeder who said, "Unajua hii industry yenyu na sisi tukishikana tunaweza ua." And we've believed in the same thing, but kumbe we've had no one that has just initiated these things intentionally. So this year we've been meeting with all these guys. If you're my homie, tuko studio. And away from just the people that sing, I've found myself with a lot of the Gengeton and Urbanton artists, or probably the guys in the rap game. Na nimekuwa surprised. I've had very interesting tracks. I was with Metro Booming, who does those tracks. Man, then just one chord on a track, my bro, and I bounce. Spiritual ginger. So there's a lot of new things you're going to hear. Yeah, I feel challenged myself. I think I've experimented, my brother. I'm going back home. Yeah, this is the genesis. We're going back to the genesis. If you're thinking about experimenting, we've experimented with a lot of sounds, and we know where the magic is. Just for example, let's say I'm doing reggae. Reggae has always been there. So it's like someone who did reggae, you went to do other type of tracks, you got lost, and you still find your true music is still there. So I've had my moment of experimenting. So this time I'm just doing more of our home sound. And my target is mainly first East Africa, because we want to export our sound out of Africa intentionally. So for us to represent it, we must stay as authentic as we can. Kenyan Afro Pop. To go global.
Yeah, what do you think the artists in that genre or style are also?
Inaitwa Kenya Afro Pop. Is a genre called Kenyan Afro Pop. Oh, but it's just because the Afro and the pop part, the fusion. Yeah.
So what do you think they need to do to get global? Because I feel like there's a lot of...
We started by changing the name. We can't name it Afro-pop like that, yeah. The way we have a Gengeton, we had Genge, Kapuka, we have our own names. We take back those names. And I'm glad even in the Grammys, they're identifying this new genre. So we just let them identify first who we are, and we also represent that, and I think we go global. The rest is just good production. There's nothing that good production cannot cure, visually and with the audio, yeah. Staying authentic is just, I have very specific pillars that guide me. I'm a very spiritual person, and I believe music and as art is a very spiritual journey that someone takes, that you need to serve with a lot of seriousness to it. So other than everything else that is happening, I really just tap back into my purpose and who sent me here first, to understand how I pass that information. It's very easy to get carried away. I mean, we live in that world where there's a lot of distractions, but stay woke, my brothers. And again, we have a lot of friends around us that guide us. I'm privileged to have a good team that has a good head upon their shoulders. And my team also grounds me. We teach ourselves these things all the time and remind ourselves that we have a bigger goal to achieve. Yeah. That's shout out to my team. Just remember the sound that you're representing, remember the culture that you're representing, you know, and this will help you tell your stories much better. Let's tell our own stories. I think we've had a lot of other people telling their other people's stories, also telling our stories, but we can easily and in a better way just tell our stories, you know. Yeah. Kesi baadaye. Yeah, okay. You see, our love is so perfect. I can't deny it. But your father wants me in a casket. I think it's no playing. Does he know the way we sneak at night when he goes to sleep? Drinking right while we take the risk. A two ogopi attack my policy. Talks about the party life, talks about the freedom. And hatu ogopi attack my policy part, you know. Tunakimbizana now daily squeeze. I've started trying to teach myself how to balance it, because you know, with time you become too busy that you might be needed in the evening or during the day. But I must say we're still night owls. It still wins. Eka ugali, eka skuma, eka pork, eka avocado. Other than the pork, kwa wale ampendi mnabadilisha na samaki. Alafu, now that's for what people know. Ile kwa nyumba pia unakula tu ugali, mayai na skuma. Niko sawa.
Fantastic. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much.
Ugali is the constant, by the time they notice. Ugali ni constant. Nimeitafutia chesa mingi. Tubaki tuna ugali. Tafutia chesa. Hey. What? Well, it wasn't the strangest, but it was at the beach. It was very interesting. I was trying to win someone's heart that time. I was very focused. I had my brother there with me, who does not even sing, but he was there trying to just boost my morale. And you know, he started playing a track, and I had a song idea, and him of all people started encouraging me to write a song. So I was wondering, should I be following the lady or write a song? I made the lady the song. So, yeah, no. Guys, that's how I met your mother.
Love that.
Wow. That one I'll throw it to my team because they're the ones who really advise me on that. What hidden gem, my people? I know you thought it was easy being here, 20. You guys have a lot of suggestions, like in terms of food.
Yeah, hidden food, where to go, what to do, where to hang out.
Yeah.
What's cool to see, where's cool to be at.
Kazuri. Number.
In Nairobi specifically.
You feel like a lot of other places are already too known and
Yo,
where would you go to?
Okay, the hidden gem, guys, is our own hangout. You need to know where we hang out. Go check Manang's Instagram. It's called Jirani Fest. Goddamn, thank you for that. Hey. Jirani Fest is the it thing right now. Let me tell you about it. It's a party, or rather a hangout in every neighborhood. And we have guys from that hood coming together. Being part of that party is live music, even part of the music. There's food, there's networking. And so far, it has been the most beneficial thing I've had as an artist, Yeah. On one track?
Yeah. Or different tracks. Actually, on one track, because that makes more sense.
Tyler and Mandy. Can you imagine that combo? Me, Tyler, and Mandy. Yeah, I love it. Now, guys, will start looking for it and catch me. You'll start looking for me, eh?
I like that. If that's your answer, I'll go with it.
Yeah, it's a setup. Stay woke. I'd be a teacher. Even before being an artist, I was a teacher already. Not teacher, but in it, it is a teacher, because a teacher, other than how we are taught being a teacher in the modern world, teaching goes beyond. Maybe you can be teaching about life, spirituality, about just, I love giving life. So even right now, I'm still doing it with my music. I'm impacting. So that's why I call myself more than just an artist. So I am already doing that, my brother. Ati nitawachwa. Hey, I'm mpendi mapenzi. When you got love and you show love, man. Yeah. I am him.
Thank you so very much for your time. Appreciate it. Thank you for your essence and everything. And cheers to elevation and greater greatness.
Let your sister know that you run the town. Let your brother know that you run the town. May your people know that we run this town.